Hello, and welcome to the Pepperbird Magazine. Did you know that the Pepperbird Magazine has been in existence for over 25 years, and we're still going strong? I invite you to take an ad on our internet magazine, which is very, very useful during COVID days. So please, give us a call. We'll come and have a quick chat with you and video you and your business. Look at the number below.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Attorney Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today is March the 20th, 2021. I want to remind you all about my interview this evening with author, historian, magician, musician, Margaret Steele. I always tell her, Margaret, you're a great woman, and she's so humble. She said, no, I haven't reached there yet. Yeah, she's reached there already. Go on, if you want to know more about Margaret Steele before my interview this evening, go on youtube.com and just type Margaret Steele, musician, magician, artist, entertainer, and see what comes out. So you get to get a bird's eye view about who I'm interviewing this evening. But be it still, don't forget, 7 o'clock, be here or be square. Aluta. Let's get into my lesson. We rise this morning to all kinds of confusion, all kinds of revelations of our world. So let's check out what's happening. My topics for today are: 1, women's professional basketballers, athletes, complaints of unequal treatments. 2, Brownie Samukai Saga continues from the lower court to the Supreme Court. So let's deal with this issue again. I'm getting tired of it. 3, Unity Party's chairman, Mo Ali, is a wanted citizen. So let's get into my lesson this morning. When I talk about women professionals, I'm including the NCAA and all these athletic programs that are national. These women been complaining about inequality for long. The professional women been complaining about salaries or pay or wages, wherever they get, as compared to men. Now we see, I woke up last night with Don Lemon interviewing one of the females from the NAACP, and their grievance against the league for unequal treatment as compared to men. And we usually hear these things, but we don't really understand what they entail until we actually see what they're talking about. And last night was a common example of all we needed to see. So Don Lemon had these reports from women of the NAACP and NCAA, the college leagues, complaining how their treatment is so mediocre as compared to the male and how they treat the male. They get away with little duffel bags of pastry stuff, while the men get away with a whole store in their duffel bags or their paddy bags or whatever they call that, their bags they carry. They give them when they come to these conferences, meetings, and they're able to travel, to play games and all these things. So the first example was the gymnasium. The NCAA vice president, I can't recall his name, came out and stated that the reason why the female gym is not as equipped as the men's gym is because of space. So, okay, for years we have accepted that, or for as long as they has passed that BS to us, we have accepted it. So these women want to film the little weight room. And compared to the men gym, the women don't have a gym. They don't have a weight room. They have a little weight area where they got a stack of racks, a stack of weights on one side, a stack of weights on the other side, standing up together, forming a triangle with the floor. Then they got about one or two. So when I saw the weights, I was wondering, what is supposed to do with those weights? What body parts are they supposed to build with those weights? Because compared to the men's gym, they showed a whole gym with different weight sessions for the body, for the arm, for the leg, for the chest. I mean, it was humongous. Then the girl had the smallest space. I mean, a little smallest space. We have about 4 weights on one side, 4 weights on the other side. And I didn't see no other equipment. So I wonder what is supposed to do with these 4 weights. Build the upper body and the legs and all these things with these weights. Then they talk about space. The girl said, let me show you the space. This space is just as big as a men's space, with no weights. The area of the women's gym that is not occupied at all, that is totally vacant, is as humongous as the area where they have the men's gymnasium. And that whole area is vacant. They show all around it, then they come to that little tiny, miserable little gym, little workout area they got there for the women. I mean, I would look at it and I said, nah, these women are servants. They're slaves. They're real minorities. You know, I look at it and I said, damn, this is the way they treat black people. Treating all these women like this. And I say, I see why they complain the minorities. These people come and lie and say the only reason these women don't have a good gym is because of space. Then the girls finally get brave enough to show us their gym area, the little gym spot, not even area, the little gym spot with it, the weights on a little tripod stand. And this whole area vacant. Then they show us the men area. Not one vacant area in that place. So waits. It is disgusting. Ridiculous. Pastoring. Oh, Lord. We can do better than this for the women, man. After all the money women bringing in for the NAACP and our professional leagues. No, man. This is terrible. And can you imagine our black women on those teams, man? We already a minority. Then you got our black women going through things in the professional college league that they already used to in high school. They see gym. They see their space with equipment. They see excuses that they can't do this and do this. Now they're in this with the white girls. That must be the poor whites. It got to be the poor whites, man. And you see, they pack us together and give us the same gym equipment. I look at that thing and say, no, that thing got to be for minorities, man. So all the girls must be minorities. These are the real minority women, black and white. You know, they treat that like minority. When you look at the area, you know the minority. You say, no, these people got to be minority. And Lord, I'm not talking about the food they're giving them to eat. You saw that BS? They're giving the men these real healthy, good, sight-filling meal and giving the women all the little thing, slave food from the 1860s. I mean, they are sight-weary, not sight-pleasing. The men get the sight-pleasing. And you see now, it's different now. It's different. No race in this area. Yeah, they got their only racial area. But it's not to the food, the gym, the things that will make them strong and healthy to win. But then we look at the women on the other side, where there's unity in mediocrity. Oh, Lord, we suffer one way or another. Man, you look at the food they give the girl, you go back and look at Dawn Lemon thing. I think we'll come on today again. Man, the food they giving these girls. The potato. The sea star that are served in prison. These guys eating continental meals in hotel, man. And no boys getting super meals in hotels. So how can this be so distinguishing? You know, both professional teams, one eating a sight-fulfilling meal and the other one eating a sight-depressing meal. When you see the food for the women itself, you say, what? Then you look at the men food fat and nice little juicy little hamburgers and little juicy little steaks and meatloaves and chop this and chop that with the fat vegetables and all these little ingredients on the side and the side meat. Then you look at the women thing. You want to run to McDonald's and buy your own stuff, man. And no girls that's showing it to us before they eat it. Say, you see the potato eating. Look how it just creamy and just you can just lift it or just flip it around. Then they eat it. Then they take out the weak leg chicken tail or the chicken bone or something like that. Say, look at this one eating. And they eat it. Because they got nothing else to eat. So they debunk all the BS lies from the head of these leaks that come on and say, oh, we're doing so much, we can't do it for the women because of this and that, make all these kind of idiotic excuses. Now the girls coming on and showing us the truth now. Showing us all these things they're talking about that are counter to what they getting as compared to the men. This is unreasonable, man. This is not fair. You know, sometimes you wonder why they call women minority. But they got different minority women. They got the real poor women who have no choice but to just hang with the poor blacks. Whether they like it or not, they're not giving that privilege to herself. And they know it. They see it. That way then they look at the men, black, white, Hispanic, Chinese, all of them who can play basketball, getting the same treatment, living off the hog. And these girls just showing the little poor continental meals and things that they're traveling, and everybody just slap together and just throw it on the what they call it, buffet line. You can eat all the useless potato you want to eat. You can eat all the tortilla, cheese, and pork, and everything you want to eat. Instead, just go eat it. That's yours to eat. If you don't eat it before 10 o'clock, it turns to water. The potato turns to water. Everything starts transforming into the stuff it made from. You go there, the whole potato just slide down, the whole pan turn to water. But anyway, that's it, my people. I don't want to deal much with this before they say I'm coming into the sport area and I started confusion and all these kind of things. So that's just my point on it. I saw it. It sucked. It sucked. The women should be treated better. That's not equal treatment there. That's real minority living among the athletes. The men living off the hog. And the women still struggling to get something to eat. Ain't right, my people. Ain't right. Okay? I see you. Ain't right, my children. Ain't right. There's something funny about this picture. Let's go to Well, we're back. My second topic is the Brownie Samukai Saga. You know, I hear every day people talking with all this Brownie Samukai thing. Oh, Brownie Samukai this. Now the Galpohkpa Mo Ali jammed up. He sat there on an Ellen Johnson celly, had his mouth shut. That's why I heard about this Mo Ali guy talking. The Mo Ali name came out. I said, I know this name. Then Yacinda then brought it up again. Then and Lofa Julius expounded on this Mo Ali man. So it brought back to memory all the things. I know this meme was some kind of name in this politics that has something attached to it. I didn't know what it was. Until I listened to Lofa, I listened to and Yacinda Martin talking. It refreshed my memory about these guys. These are the same people. I remember Mo Ali from Ellen Johnson Sally Town. I remember all these guys. These were the same people when Ellen then were going against the laws. When Ellen then were doing the same thing. Joe and all the other people did the same thing they accused Tower of. Ellen then been doing it. Nobody talking. The same people sitting there under Ellen them enjoying and stealing our wealth and not talking. Now they come under the real bandit, under the real criminals. Then they think they can talk. That thing on the Ellen Johnson said they used to talk, they think they are talking now. Huh? They as soon as the man talk, they go bomb the place. They bomb the social justice's house. They deserve what they got. They say when you make your bed up, you gotta lay down in it. Every dog got its time. You think you will get away with all these things and come back and support the same things that they kill our fathers for and perpetrate it? We just sitting there watching because you will suffer. You will go through the same things you kill our fathers for. From early Johnson time to this time, you will die more than what happened in our time. Because you support illicit behaviors. You support criminal behavior. You elevate criminals with the foreigners above our society and think you will get away with it. You take a mulatto woman and they stain our constitution and made Ellen Johnson president. And for killing our people and our fathers for nepotism, y'all let her put our 3 children in our 3 strategic positions to rob our country. And y'all think there is no Jesus Christ? Y'all think you can walk around Monrovia calling Jesus Christ and having all these churches and following all these murderers, warlords, and criminals who have turned to preachers and pastors, and God will let you get away with it? You think so? It hasn't started yet. You're just beginning to feel the punishment of Jesus Christ. But when you're ready to feel it, you'll understand what men like me been talking. Why good players don't fight for jersey. Why I don't got to join nobody. I got to join nobody to prove who I am. And that's why these false Congo people, Americans go around, these Congo people who are not American, Liberian, going around, trying to tell our indigenous people that me and my people no more exist. We are all indigenous. I never say our indigenous. Who gave people the authority to do that? Then they tell me they form organization for my people, but not for the reason why I'm promoting it. So who are these people? Who are these false Congo people? Won't sit down here and encourage their husband people or their boyfriend people or their lunar women club people that Congo people don't exist. Who will tell you that stupid thing? When I exist, I got people in America who are my relatives, proud relatives too. Then you want to tell me I don't exist in Liberia no more? And the indigenous people know we exist and still distinguishing, ostracizing, discriminating against, trying to kill us, and you're telling them we don't exist? I don't know you're putting my life in danger. You don't know my father and my people died in 1980 because we were American Liberians. They're your useless people. I don't care if you're women or not. If you're women with education and you're dumb, there's a problem. If you want to lead your indigenous and people astray, do it. If they will permit you, do it. But don't come after I suffer for 50 years and you want to tell me no Congo people exist. Yes, they're your Congo people. But when you say American Liberians, then you want to put us on some kind of banner of pacification and lies and BS, and you expect me, who people died, and I'm still suffering from the wrath of Native people, blind Native people too. Then you want to tell me I'm going to shut up? I'm feeling hit because I'm telling you, you can't try to please your husbands and your native men by telling them that me and my people don't exist. No. No, we have a place in Liberian society, a genuine place as Liberian citizens, as founders of our nation. You said that all on your post. Then you say the Congo people there? How can you be that dumb? Then you want to say I'm mad when I'm correcting you and you telling me no, I'm not who I am. And it comes down to the same stupid thing with this Brownie Samukai case. Our people have educated. They come and behave like they know everything. Everything with the Brownie Samukai case, I hear all the useless people who are Brownie Samukai supporters come here and talk about Article 1. All Liberians, what the article say, sir? Let me read Article 1. I won't even miss. I'm so tired with you and our stupidness. So I took the article. Article 1 says, all power is inherent in the people. Yeah, it says that. But is that all Article 1 says? You dummies? You people can't read? Is there only one sentence in Article 1? Hell no. Article 1 says all power is inherent in the people, but the people form institutions that they repose their power in. That's why we got legislature. That's why we got judiciary. That's why we got executive. All powers of the people are proposed in those institutions. So when you dummies come up here and talk about the Constitution and only talk about one sentence and forget there's a whole paragraph to Article 1. And you dummies come sit down here and act like you know all powers of the people, all powers are inherent in the people. Yeah, dummy. Yes, it's in the people. But the people also took that power and reposed it in the 3 institutions and branches of our country. So you people, you better come here and understand the law you want to back. Use as your backing. When you're a dummy and you see a whole paragraph with 3-4 different sentences, and you take only the first sentence and propound on it like it's the law, you're a dummy. You are a dummy. Because all power inherent in the people, yes, but the people themselves, because of our laws and constitution, took that same power that is in them and reposed it in our 3 branches of government, especially the legislature. That is the branch that represents the people. So all the power of the people is reposed in the legislature. The first branch, that's what they call it, the first branch, the branch of the people. All powers of the people are inherent in the legislature because the people elect their representatives and senators to go to the legislature to express and propound their views and opinions and feelings and aspirations and dreams and desires and everything. That's what your legislature is for. So if those dummies go there and fail, and you dummies come here and talk about all power inherent in the people, I will show you that Article 1 got about 3 or 4 sentences. If you come here and use one sentence as the foundation for the basis of your argument, and there are other sentences within that same article that expound and expands that power repose in you to repose it into the three branches of government, you will be severely disappointed and flogged. You will be flogged. So you dummies who think you can just come here and talk about Article 1 and talk about only one sentence of Article 1 and think y'all know the law, you people are empowered with the blessings of the knowledge of the law. Under Commander Chesson, that will lead you to the flocking pole, and you will be flocked under our corporal punishment for idiots. That's why we're going to have corporal punishment, because we can't put idiots in our jail. And you see me like a dummy? I will sit down like Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and fill my jail with productive Liberian people who just hard-headed. I will flog you. Then you can take your load and go there the first time. Second, I will flog you harder. Then we'll tell you, take your load and go. 3 strikes, you're out. That way you go into Belly Yada to work for the government because you're too dumb to work for yourself and to follow law. So we're going to take you and put you on a government farm. You can't work for yourself, so you work for $1 a day for the government. We pay you $1 a day. You don't produce, you'll get 50 cents a day. You don't produce 25 cents a day. That will be your pay, and $1 will be your limit to buy a little cologne and your little soap to clean your brocas and all the things to get your little lime to rub down on that funky arm. Y'all think we're playing with the law under the new regime or the new Liberian People Revolution? Standards will be set that have to be met. That's why our country just going running amok because so idiots lead our country. We got laws. Y'all sat there. Listen to all the things they've been talking here. Listen to that man who were on AB Abraka show. Listen to him. They sat there, the lower court violated the law. They appealed it. They appealed it. They went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court supported the law from the lower court, which they opposed in the first place. So they say the lower court was unconstitutional. The Supreme Court was unconstitutional. So why you're still participating under this law, under this rule? Because this is precedence. And the court is setting the wrong precedence. And you, the people, know that the precedence is wrong. Why did you allow it to persist? Why you all didn't strike and said, no, your party, the election not going on? Because you didn't like the ruling of the Supreme Court. You all want a lawyer to sit with the Supreme Court and go over this ruling. Because the Supreme Court is the highest court of the land. We have an immature and young Supreme Court. So all the processes and directions for setting precedents of law for our country rest on the heads of an immature Supreme Court, an incompetent Supreme Court, unknowledgeable Supreme Court, inexperienced Supreme Court. So just like we need true professional economic advisors to advise our economic leaders, even the legislature, even the finance ministry, even the maritime bureau, even even the revenue authority, they need to be advised and trained. That whole country needs to be overhauled because many of the people in position don't know their jobs. They are inexperienced in their jobs. In certain precedents, look at the confusion the court got us in. They're flip-flopping. They don't know where to stand on precedents. They make law tonight. People go argue if they come back and sit down and call people in the conference to change the laws. The application of the law is different. Listen to Galpohkpa talking and listen to all the other people talking. You think they was touch Galpohkpa? No. Because Galpohkpa has laid the foundation of being a stern person or not being a flip-flopper. And that's why he comes all the time and says, you see, I stated what I said. I don't care who you are. Now they're talking about him calling George weird dog. That's not your first time doing it. That's not your first time doing it. What you're not trying to do to this man? Now they're cutting off from speaking in the house and all that kind. You think he cares? And yet the man speaking in the street. But when you're a flip-flopper, when you're low life, when you're a criminal ab initio, and you want to persist on the law, you have a problem. You ever hear me talking about being president? No. I'm not president material. I'm a military man. When I tell you I want to lead, I want to lead as president. Why? Because our country needs to be disciplined. We cannot come out of war and have civilians and war the same people that kill our people, that were lawless, that were evil in the society, are the same people leading our society. Then you expect change to come? You expect anything you do in our country to change when the same people who kill masses of Liberian people are the leaders of our country? Where is the law and order? Where is the discipline in our society? There's no discipline. Because the only discipline Prince doesn't know that the discipline he had during the war. Now, although he's a minister or representative, whatever they say he is, all he got in his head, people won't kill him because of what he did during the war. He got to protect his people. So he keep that into his Nima people minds. And they all live in that native cocoon of stupidity and blindness because they only need Prince Johnson to get them out from the rest of the Liberian people. So how in the hell will you Nima people be able to work with the rest of the Liberian people when you're still in that cocoon of war, of bellicose thinking, bellicose living, and having a killer, a mass killer of Liberian people as your hero and leader still? What can change in our country? All the other people that Prince Johnson has killed and eaten and destroyed their lives, and their families still living today and can recall what this native devil did to their people. You think they will respect this man as leader of Liberia? You think I will respect a man that I know has killed and eaten human beings as leader of my country today, knowing that the crimes this man committed are heinous and evil before my Christian God? And until he can meet justice among men, he's not qualified to stand before Jesus Christ for any judgment. He got to meet his crime on earth. Because if he died, he will not even see Jesus Christ's face. All that stupidness he's doing in the pulpit, it mean nothing. Your actions mean louder than your words. If you know you have killed people, You have killed people and eating people and stealing our money and one of the evils in our country, and you still want to rule our people under the banner of Christianity. Jesus will punish you and your native people. Because of you, your people have sinned. Because of you, your people don't know Jesus Christ. Because of you, your people have been deceived. And because of you, they will die with you, like you. Honor your God. Let any Liberian stand before me and tell me that Prince Johnson is a Christian. Stand before me. All of you in that fucking church, in that Prince Johnny church, all your churches, if you already believe you're going to heaven with killers and murderers, you're calling your man TWT, will be sitting here watching. Okay? So, I don't care about Brownie Samukai business. I don't care about it. I just care about him paying the people money back. I don't care what happened between him and Ellen. And Brownie Samukai has a recourse. He has a legal recourse. He can sue Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Just how the people won't put him in jail, he can bring Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to court to pay her share of that money. If he knows that Ellen Johnson gave the authority to pay the money, let him sue Ellen, let Ellen sue Weah. That's how the legal chain works. You took your order from Ellen. You had nothing to do with George Weah. Where Ellen and George Weah sat and talked at the end of Ellen regime ain't got nothing to do with Samukai. Samukai has a recourse against Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She sat with him and encouraged him to take the people money. So when he take that money and the government squeezes him, he goes squeeze Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf will squeeze George Weah. That's how the circle works. But you sit down there and you got all these dummies from Lofa County talking about the hairy power is in the people and thinking that Article 1 is just one sentence. They better read the other sentences up to Article 1. Article 1 is not just one sentence. Article 1 is more than one sentence. And if the government squeezing Samukai to pay, and y'all can't raise that money to pay, and won't talk about what the government might do, or what you think the government planning, or how the government doing it. Secondly, it may be the government that bombed the NEC and bombed their own judges place to put it on y'all. Because you're dumb. You're dumb. CPP, go raise the money. Y'all say the man is innocent, raise the money right now and pay the man money. Let him get out. Then y'all go after Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Y'all don't want to pay the money. You're full of hot air. The people holding the certification of the man, until y'all pay that money. Instead of y'all paying the money and see what they will do, you're making this is inherent against the people. This is this and that and that. And all of that don't make sense to me. That man will stay in jail until you pay that money. Because all the things you're talking, that's supposition. That's supposition. NEC says the government have requested them to hold the man's certification until he meets up with his financial obligation. That thing could have been done with in one day. Instead of all you're coming here and crying, oh, Brownie Samukai this, now they're going to jail more, Ali, for the same stupidness. You people don't follow the law. It is the same thing from time immemorial. We don't follow the law. It comes right back to the same point. Y'all don't follow the law. Y'all want to bring arguments and lawsuits and don't want to meet the requirements posed before you first, before you make comments about people got ploys and all these kind of things. How you make all those kind of comments when your party has not satisfied the demands of the government? Any contract between Ellen Johnson and George Weah has nothing to do with Samukai and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Has nothing to do with George Weah and Samukai. It has nothing. They can sit down and make their all the thing. If it's not in writing, if George Weah didn't sign it, it didn't make it into law by putting it into writing and signing it. That's what validate things. Now people sitting together and talking. After the talk, you put the communique in writing and sign it. So it's a legal document to be referred to. When they say legal document, that don't mean it got to be on the law books. That don't mean it got to be on the Supreme Court shelf. No. But anything two leaders communicate got to be put in writing. If it's not in writing, it's not law. So the whatever George Weah and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf conveyed and came to the understanding about Samukai's money and the money for the soldiers was it conveyed in writing. That's the first thing. If it's not conveyed in writing, you can bring all the clips and all of that. That's a discussion. That's an agreement. But it has to be put in writing for it to become a part of the legal document of the Republic of Liberia. So if it's not in writing, it's just a discussion. George Weah can say, oh, I didn't mean it. Me and Ellen talking about it. I thought I would think about it, but the way Brownie Samukai acted, the court has said that it's private money now. So I will go put my hand in it. I thought it was government money. I come to find out it's private money. I can't pay for private money. I thought our government money. If our government money Ellen took and used, hey, it's covered. I got authority over government money. I ain't got authority over private money. If Samukai then took the people money and put it aside, say he keeping it for their pension, and there was no authorization given by law to take their money, but it was an agreement between Samukai and the soldiers and all the parties of the defense department or ministry agreed to it, that it was an agreement between Samukai and the soldiers. He cannot touch the people's money. Not for Ellen, not for Prince George, not for King George. He can't touch the people's money because that is unlawful money. The government did not agree to it. It was a partnership money between Samukai and his soldiers. So if he got Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to get into a governmental agreement with George Weah for funds that George Weah has no control over, how can you blame George Weah? How can you blame George Weah? So now George Weah, whether he put money in there or not, he said, no, man, I can't pay for this. Is private money. This is not government money. Ellen then took the people money, let her pay for it. I ain't pay for no private money. I misunderstood it. It was miscommunication. So that Samukai, that private people money, you got to pay for it. Those soldiers cannot be with all their money because of Samukai problem with the government. No, that wasn't the agreement with Samukai. Their agreement was we put $20 aside. When we leave the army, we want some of that money back for our safekeeping. That wasn't government money. That was private funds under the care of Samukai. And he took that money and gave it to Ellen for whatever reason. He was responsible for it. So he got to pay it. And if the government says They're putting a hold on his certification until he pays that money. I ain't got no problem with it. Steve make God laugh. So the big rogue telling the small rogue now, bring the money back. Now all the rogue picking in, yo, running all in the village, yeah. Ain't gonna work. Because they didn't say they were gonna stop the man from getting his certification. They say you are under flight risk. And I think it's a flight risk too. And he should be stopped from getting that certificate until he follows the court's demand. So my followers down there, you're talking about inherent power in the people. The people got restriction too. The people get that power up. So you better know what you're talking and understand that you got to sit down and either meet the obligation of a court or shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, because there's no, until there's intent to take that position and give it to somebody else. You can't talk. You have no voice, no inherent power in you. Shut up. Sit down and let the game play on, my people. Let the game play on. Let me take a drink, then I'll come back for my next topic.
Hello, and welcome to the Pepper Bird Magazine. Did you know that the Pepper Bird Magazine has been in existence for over 25 years, and we're still going strong? I invite you to take an ad on our internet magazine, which is very, very useful during COVID days. So please, give us a call. We'll come and have a quick chat with you and video you and your business. Look at the number below.
Dun dun. Mo Ali is wanted. The government is looking for Mo Ali. How does it feel, Mo Ali? Anywhere in the world, when the government invites you to a press conference on a Friday and they tell you bring your lawyer, that's a bad sign, brother. That's a bad sign. Don't go. Mo Ali knows the game. He sat there and saw it play on Costa, on Savage, on all these boys, and he said, oh, you did that. You know, you can't be bucking the system. You look for it. Now he go put on something on garbage. The people saw it, they use it, and set fire to all these things. They won't call it in for questioning based on that sentence, on that statement alone. Just on that 2 sentence thing. It must be a ploy, but we're watching you. Be careful. You're trying it. Boom, boom, they bomb the place. Mo Ali, we need you for questioning. Come on Friday. I started laughing right away. I said, I go back Mo Ali, go meet your own medicine. You go there, they go there, his lawyer go there, the RG now there. They say you must come with your lawyer. But they care about the lawyer. They just care about Mo Ali. Where you coming? The lawyer go there at the prescribed time. The ID not there. The Solicitor General not there. They hear the Solicitor General come look for writ of indictment to indict Mo Ali when he come to the police station. So the man leave. The anywhere Mo Ali, he said, more coming, more coming. He leaves. Okay. He, he come back a few hours later with Mo Ali. So they said, where more? He said, I told you more coming. Where's the IG? Oh, he's not here yet. Where's the Solicitor General for the conference? Oh, he's not here either. You look at your time. What time is it? Almost 12 o'clock Friday. 12 o'clock Friday. The IG not there. The Solicitor General not there. What kind of conference you go to have with this man? They said, no, it's already come. The lawyer said, my client is sick. He trying to get ticket to go abroad. Abroad? No. He can't go abroad. He's supposed to come to the conference. But after 12 o'clock, the IG now here, who will be at this conference? The people will be here. You go call more Ali the here. They're coming. More Ali smelled the rat. He said, man, lawyer called him. He said, you ready to come? He said, come. They can't, no, they're not coming to put me in jail for the weekend, my man. They put me in jail. Who would take me out? When you look, all the baseball men will be going home. All the solicitor people will be going home. Even you find bonds man, you come back, everybody go home. Who's gonna handle your stuff? You'll be in jail. Nobody working Saturday. Nobody working Sunday. Who's gonna attend to you, brother? Then Monday morning, everybody come at 10 o'clock. Nobody will be there before 8 o'clock. Then they come in and start looking at your case. Anytime they're ready for you, that 12 o'clock business begins. So you in there at 12 o'clock Monday morning afternoon. Before they even start listening to Bill's ball man and the lawyer and all that kind of thing. So Mo Ali is no sucker. He knows what goes around comes around. And when you play with fire, fire will burn you. We know all those songs. So you ever see man were enjoying on the Ellen Johnson Sally, enjoying on the scene and Beggar. Now they choking him. You go right something on this stupid 2 sentence thing. Then look, I take that 2 sentence, go to petrol bomb. All the NEC say money missing. Throw bomb in the money missing. Go to the conference speaking. We'll see you next week. So my people, this is my lesson. Simple. Be careful where you hang your hat. What goes around comes around. You want to be a perpetrator of crimes and illicit actions of other people? When the same thing comes back to haunt you, don't say you're sick. The airport will be black. You can't travel. And you're not man like Costa then to be sneaking out at night on a motorbike, getting to the border, getting Kino and cross. Nah, you're not that kind of man. So, Picky, what are you going to do? And my young children, these are lessons for you to learn. I've been talking this thing all the time. People say, oh, Chesson, this, you hateful, you this, you mean, you this. I'd rather tell you the truth and be mean than to lie to you and be called a liar. I'm not a liar. People can call me monster, whatever you all call me. I'm a man of the truth. I'm the man of facts and reality. And people come with their degrees and their utopian ideas and whatever thing you're thinking, If it doesn't match the reality we're in, you need to know it. From a man who been there, done that, and seen it, and know it's all just BS. There's only one power in this world, Almighty God. That's the only power. Everything else is BS. Everything man talk is BS. There's supernatural power behind everything. The progression of America, the successes. You talk, them talking about aliens give America technology now. All these things got supernatural power and beings behind it. Some people worship them as God. Some people have relationship with them. Aliens come to see us. They communicating with people on this earth. They're giving them powers and things like that. But none of them surpass the power of the divine, 3 in 1. Father, Son, Holy Ghost. That's real power. Because other races and other peoples are more advanced and powerful than we are. We are just climbing up the stairs of technology and opening our minds to thinking and dreaming big and fulfilling those dreams. Yeah, we need help. And some superpowers will help us, but for their own selfish aims. But we know of the only God that came to us mysteriously, live among us mysteriously, died mysteriously, and is risen to the throne of greatness. Somewhere out there. We don't even have a clue. But believing he does is the first step to understanding yourself. Aluta! Continue. Have a good day, my children.
Sounds right.